Okay. So first of all, Mark, thanks for being here, and thank you for the time for this interview. It's a pleasure to meet you. Uh, so this is the first time you're coming to Chile, right?
Yeah, first time in Chile.
So how do you feel about it? How does it feel? Being an artist who have toured the whole world to still reach places that you haven't reached before.
Ah, it's great. I love it. I love traveling and meeting new people and new friends and new fans, and it's always great to. I'm really excited because I know Chile is a really cool place, and I don't know why I haven't been there yet.
So, what do you expect from the audience here in Chile?
Well, I've been talking to the band guys, and they seem to think that they're waiting to hear a lot of the different music for me to play that I haven't played for a long time. So that's really cool.
So, you'll be playing two concerts here in Valparaiso and in Santiago, right?
Correct. Yes.
So, have you heard anything from Valparaiso or Santiago, or anything special you'd like to see or
No,
visit when you are
just,
here?
I've just really been talking to the band guys. I haven't talked to any of the fans yet. I've been really busy. I'm traveling. I'm not home right now. Actually, I'm in
Mhm.
Ohio doing an orchestra concert. So I've
Mhm.
been so busy. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Okay, so talking about your career, about the trilogy album, for example, do you
Mhm.
remember how it was around that time? How different was the music industry maybe when you recorded that album compared to now?
Yeah, it's totally different. Night and day difference. Uh, Record labels back at that time supported bands, developed bands, put a lot of money into promoting bands, and they gave bands a chance, new bands. For example, well, this the album Trilogy was the first my first album ever. It was Ingve's third album, I believe, and but the record it was the first album on Polygram Records, and they gave a huge advance, $6.8 million advance for that album and for two more, and you know, and put us in the best studios, had the best people working around us, and it was awesome. And in that time we were living in LA, and the whole music scene, especially hard rock and heavy metal and hair metal, was all huge back then, and that was the capital city for that kind of music in the world, Hollywood,
Oh, oh, you
Hollywood,
there?
California. The
There
difference
it is. Yeah,
is amazing now. There's none of that. None of that. All
yeah.
the things that I before that, none of it exists anymore.
So, how old were you when you recorded the Legacy album?
Trilogy. I was
Yeah,
in my early
trilogy.
20s.
Okay, so do you have like any memories of how the recording was and everything? You said that the they give you like the best studios and everything. Was it like a huge change for you, or how was it for you?
Well, it was I'll never, I remember every bit of it because it was my first time recording in a big studio. Uh, and so I remember every bit of the experience. And it was a crazy time because there was a lot of mayhem going on and wasting time and partying and drinking and a lot of partying and drinking. Did I say that already? Because there was a lot of partying and drinking. Uh, and just a grand old time. We took our time making the album. They didn't care back then. And we were in a studio called the Village Recorder. I think it's just called the Village now, but it's one of the best studios in the world. I mean, everybody from the Rolling Stones to Steely Dan to uh, you name it, everybody recorded there over the years, and that was like the ultimate place to be, and it felt really good. It was just an awesome experience and a learning experience too. So I learned a lot of things, how to do things and how not to do things. Mostly, not.
So, why do you think the that album still resonates with people all those years later?
Well, it was we recorded a lot of it live in the studio, and we had rehearsed before even going into the studio with the songs. So, I mean, the band was tight. We had already been on the road. I had already done the Marching Out tour with AC/DC, where we toured arenas all across America for almost an entire year. So the band was really tight, and we liked each other. We had a great time, and it shows in the music. I think it gives people a good vibe and a good feeling.
So, moving to another step in your career, your solo career.
Hmm.
What was the process there? Did you decide to create your new project, Ring of Fire, and how did everything happen there? What was the idea behind creating this solo
Yeah,
project?
Ring of Fire. It was actually my second solo album, and I just decided to get as many virtuoso players as I could together for that solo album, and it went so well that I made it a band. After that, I made it the Ring of Fire band.
Okay.
By Virgil Donati, Philip Meinel, and Vitali Kupri, who is now, rest in peace, Vitali. But these guys were all geniuses, and made some really cool stuff together.
And what was your artistic vision when launching this project?
Um, I just wanted to do something new and different, and I just wanted to have fun and try to make the best music I could at that time. There
Mhm.
was no like any. It was no like theme or anything for the album. We were just making
Mhm.
songs, so it wasn't a concept or anything like that. It was just an experiment, really.
Mhm. So, along the years, how do you feel you've evolved as a musician?
Well, after a lot of years doing this, you learn a lot, and I think I've learned to be a better singer. Actually, I've developed my voice farther into more finesse and more refinement, and I choose notes better now. I mean, I'm more relaxed singing. I'm not stressed anymore. When you start out, you're worrying about everything. Am I going to hit the notes? Am I not going to hit the notes? What notes should I sing? How should I sing them? I don't know. That's what I went through when I was starting out singing. So I think everybody relaxed, and I just have a great time. I learned to enjoy every second of it.
So, do you have like a special routine to take care of your voice, or how do you
You
manage
know,
that?
I try to take care of my voice, which just the basic things, keeping your body healthy and not overdoing anything really. But mainly, the thing to keep your voice going is to never stop singing. I mean, I'm singing every day, all the time. If I'm not doing a show or recording, I'm still singing stuff. I'm writing songs. I just never stop. I think a lot of singers, when they get older, they take a year off or 2 years off, and then their voice gets out of shape, and then they come back and try to sing, and it's not the same, and it's really hard to get the muscle tone back once you lose it. So I mean, the voice is a muscle, the vocal cords are a muscle, and you have to keep active.
Yeah. And how do you feel the metal singing has changed through the decades, between when you record, for example, a trilogy and now, like in
Okay.
general, not just you, but the metal scene. How has metal singing changed or
Well,
evolved?
I think more thrash type metal bands, thrash metal and death metal. Um, the prog metal bands, there's not as many of them anymore, I don't think. Melodic metal. I don't know. It's I hope it's not a dying breed, but still, there's still people that like it, so I'll still keep doing it.
So, tell us a little bit about the present and the future of Mark. You know, is there any new music in the works?
Oh yeah.
What's happening after this tour? You know.
Yes, there is. I'm working on a solo album right now with Olaf Thorson, who I did a couple albums with a few years ago, called Shining Black. However, we had a dispute with the record label, and they don't allow us to do that band anymore. It's really weird, strange situation. However, he has a band called Vision Divine. I'm sure you probably heard of them. They play around South America and Chile, I'm sure. But he's a great guitar player, a good friend of mine, and we're working on a solo album together right now. And also, I'm working on some new Ring of Fire stuff also. And we'll be doing a bunch of shows actually next summer in festivals and stuff with Ring of Fire again. I'm reviving that band also.
That's really cool. So, okay, so after this, you told me you are doing some tours with Ring of Fire. Where are you planning on touring? Where are these festivals happening?
All over Europe, all over Europe. There's so many festivals now, all summer long. You know, June, July, and August. That's our summer. That's not your summer, but in the northern hemisphere, in Europe, that's the summertime. June, July, and August, and there's tons and tons of festivals going on. And the festivals are so much fun because not only do you get to play and expose yourself to fans that haven't heard you before, but you get to hang out with all of your friends and all the other bands, and that's cool. It's like a family reunion, you know, for bands.
So, as someone who has left a mark on the metal history, basically, what still excites you about performing live and making new music? What inspires you to keep doing this?
Well, I just love it. I mean, nothing has changed. The feeling has never changed from the beginning until now. It's still just as exciting as when I first started. When I go on stage and I connect with the audience, you feel their energy, you feel their approval or their disapproval, or hopefully their approval. And it's just an exchange. It's better than any drug or drink there is. It's just a great to be on stage and to make even just making music in the studio too. It's you don't have the connection with the people directly, but it's still with music, and that's what makes me tick.
Because it's interesting because every musician has a different motivation or way to express why they like making this, you know. So now I already asked you what do you expect from Chile when you visit, but what can we Chileans expect from the concerts here?
Well, I worked with the band, and we're going to do the whole trilogy album. Because the 40th anniversary is coming up next year. It's almost 40 years since I did that album. I can't believe it. Um, I still remember it like yesterday. But we'll also do some songs from my solo albums and some Ring of Fire songs. So it's going to be a mixture of those three things.
Okay, so a little bit of everything for everyone, basically.
Yeah, a little bit of all my stuff. I mean, I've sung with a lot of bands, and it would be impossible to put a little bit of everything that I've done into one
Yeah.
show. But in this show, I'm going to include some Ring of Fire and solo album stuff and the entire trilogy album.
Okay, so to close a little bit this interview, any words you have for your Chilean fans expecting to see you
Well,
October?
I'm excited to see you guys. I'm really excited to meet you guys. And really excited to rock with you guys.
Awesome. So, Mark, again, thank you so much for your time,
Thank you.
and well, see you here in a few months.
It's yeah. Yeah, it'll be in October, but it's only really like a month and a week or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much, and take care, man.